What's up, guys, and welcome back. So I know you've heard me talk about these cars. I know you've heard me talk about what can blow these cars up, and I did that in the 3 things that will blow your Terminator up. Well, I had the car out earlier today, went and got a sticker on it. It's always good to get that feeling. Doing a little pull on the way home. I mean a little pull, like 50% throttle. I'm looking down, I look at my aero force gauge, and I'll put this video in so you can see it. And I look at my alternator, and it's at 11.5 volts under boost. And there goes another one. So I knew it was time for the alternators. And again, this is the KMJ Alt. This is his Titan series. I believe it's a 200 amp alternator. This is a 3G alternator. And again, I can show you guys real quick. This is the factory alternator. This is an AutoZone special that I used to have as a backup. You can just see how much larger the case is on the 3G. Now, what this will do is you can have a larger rotor than the smaller one, than the factory one, and that means you don't have to spin it as hard to get the same output. So if you don't spin it as hard, it's less heat, and pretty much any time you deal with almost anything in life, heat is bad. So today we are going to be installing, I'm going to take off the alternator that's on the car. I have a J2 Fab alternator on the car now. I'm not out to trash Justin. I think he makes a good product. It just didn't work for me, and I'm out of the warranty. So I'm kind of ready to move on to the KMJ. It's worth noting, lifetime warranty on this. So maybe it's when it breaks, hopefully it doesn't, but when or if, I know it's covered under warranty for the lifetime. You get this on KMJAlts.com. I will put a link down below for you to get it. And I believe if you email him and you say you saw this video, he'll give you 10% off. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead with the install. We're going to jack the car up, we're going to take the battery out, and I'll put in the instructions. I know we got to do a little bit of grinding. I've not installed this one off the camera yet, so it's going to be a little bit of a learning experience for us both. But if you are going to have a Cobra and you've had a Cobra for a while, you might as well get used to changing your alternator. So let's get to it. Thanks. The old saying, there's more than one way to skin a cat. There is definitely multiple ways to take out alternators. I see some people remove the battery. I see some people don't. I see some people put it in from the top. I see some people take it out from the bottom or put it in from the bottom. You'll have to fiddle with what works well for you. Like I normally pull the battery and pull the tray, and it gives you a little bit more working room. So we're going to go ahead and pull the battery. I just bought these new gear ratchets. Make sure you use the right term. Don't be an idiot on YouTube. Although people make fun of you for anything nowadays online, okay, whether you're right or not. I really like these because they're the 120 tooth ones, and it's super precise. So I really like these. I just got them. So I have the factory battery. I had an Optima red top. Actually, it's down under there. Thing was a piece of junk. So when at all times, if you can go with a stock battery, like a brand new one from your Ford dealership, I definitely recommend that because that is by far the best option in my experience. So take that out. Alright, so got the positive off. Mine's a 13. I got a lot of stuff on this. So it's always a little bit tricky, and I like to try to put it underneath a rag to try to keep it from touching anything. Go ahead, lift her on out. Watch out for your trickle charger. Don't tip it anyway. Nice and flat. And then you just got to take the battery tray out, which is, I believe, is 2/8. Let's find out if I'm correct. course, I washed the car, so there's a little bit of residual water in here, but not too bad. So that's the first step. We're going to go ahead and lift the car up, and we'll go from there. I like to take the front wheels off, just because you're going in and out from underneath the car, and every time I do it, I always hit my head on the wheel, or the tire, so it's a good opportunity. I love these 12 volt Milwaukee. I think they call this the mid-torque, but it's great for lug nuts. I mean, if you're a professional mechanic, you probably want the 18 volt, but the 12 volt, as you can see, for applications like this, more than enough torque to zip something on and off. Plus, this is a good opportunity to clean some more of the brake dust on my wheels. So, always a good opportunity for that. I really should have done a better job drying the car, but I was in a rush today. So, got the wheels off, took the battery out. I did forget to say in the beginning of the video, you want to just take the belt off the pulley on your alternator, because if you forget that, you're never going to be able to get it out. So next, we'll go ahead, we'll take the alternator out, and I know we got to do a little bit of grinding, and I'll show you this alternator should be out within 5 minutes of work. Alright, so belt is taken off, battery's out, battery tray's out. I'm going to take the top bolt out now, standing above the car. It's a 15. Should come out pretty easy. I already snugged it out. So this one's kind of got a sleeve on it. This one's kind of a weird design, but this is the longer one. And like I said, it's got a sleeve on the inside. Just take this one out. So, geez, world's longest threaded bolt. Okay, and I think the bottom is an 11 and a 13, if I remember taking it out the last time, so we're going to give that a whirl. Alright, so obviously this is the alternator. If you don't know this, you shouldn't be doing this on yourself. That's where the top bolt has already come off. We have this at the bottom. This is a 10. We're going to take that off, and then on the other side of this bracket here, see if I can get the right view for you. On the other side of this bracket, right here, is the last bolt for the bracket. And you're going to need to take that off so you can go ahead and wiggle the bracket and take this alternator out of here. So like I said, this one is a 10. Alright, so we got the 2 bolts out. Everything's unplugged, double check. And really just gotta finagle it. Oh, it's loose now. Hit your head a few times. Finagle it a little bit. Maybe it's easier to go from the top if I loosen. And that's it. One failed Cobra alternator with only 1,000 miles on it. All right, so here's the J2 Fab. Again, I'm not trash talking this product. I know a lot of people buy this company and it works out really well for them. It's just, for me, maybe it's my car, maybe it's my luck, but this unit failed. Maybe this one will fail, but it's got a lifetime warranty, so I can't wait to try this one out. We're gonna go ahead and put it in. First, we gotta take that bracket out and go ahead and grind the bracket a little bit, because again, you can see the physical size difference of these units. Now you really see why you do have to do a little grinding of the bracket. So we'll go ahead, we'll get the bracket out, and we'll get to grinding. You got it?
Yep.
All right, so this is the alternator bracket. Really held on pretty secure. I'm just gonna hit it with a little brake clean so I'm not getting my hands completely filthy. More filthy. To help visualize where you got to grind, and he does give you a really great picture. I just kind of gently mocked this up. Here's that really long pin. I have it through here, and you can see right here, it hits just a little bit. So we just need to take this off, and we're just gonna grind this area right here. Just knock it back a little bit. Shouldn't be that. You ready?
Yep.
All right, so this is kind of what we ground off. I'm not sure how the camera is catching it. You can test fit this. So you just put your pin in. I'll just thread it a few times, and you let it fall down. You want it to be just about like that. It can't quite go all the way down to here, but that is the amount you want to grind. So we have the lower alternator bracket loose. The upper bracket has been clearanced, re-put back on the block. Just gonna kind of throw this in. Now this would help if you have two people, because you have the guy on the top, that's you, with the long bolt. So why don't you go get that from the top?
I already got it.
So you just kind of hold this bad boy in here. Should be just about it right there.
Yep, up higher. Higher.
What, that must be hitting something.
We're in.
We're in. So once you get the top bolt in, I like to leave that one, just snug it with your fingers.
Yep.
To make sure it doesn't hit the person that's working below the car.
Yeah, you should be good to let go.
So once you let that go, we just got to snug up the bottom bracket, which is just put it in the same way you take it out. Really pretty easy. Big jar. Complain that you don't have a lift in your garage, and complain that you're going to buy a lift soon, and it's kind of, bracket is in. The top bolt you do need to do from the top, because you will never get it with the alternator in, I don't think. Alright, so KMJ Alternator is in the car. I only swore to myself a few times, and really I should have just get a lift for this house. But it's in, everything seems to fit nice and tight. It was a little hard getting the lead on it. It's at a different angle, but you know, these wires are not the most flexible in the world. But everything's here. We just need to get it off jack stands, put the tray in, put the battery on, put the belt on, and we'll start it up, see what happens. And it's just the 8s. Okay, tray is on, snugged up. You just drop the old battery on in here. It's a really tight fit for me with everything here. Whatever you do, you don't want to connect those or you'll probably drop what you're doing. Go ahead, get the 8 again. Okay, and then you just wow, I actually found the hole the first try. Got the right hole this time. That's it. Put the belt back on. This part I've done a few times. At least I have the right pulley on it this time. Although this is the biggest pulley, this is the no fun pulley. The 325 will go on next. Okay, and then take a flashlight, and you want to make sure that when you look down here, that it's on the ribs, all the ribs. So everything appears to be correctly lined up. We'll start it up, see if it kicks the belt, number one, and see if it charges. So we'll hold our breath and see what happens. All right, everything's ready to go. We can just make sure the belt's not gonna throw off. I don't think it will. Sorry neighbors, please don't hate me. Please don't hate me neighbors. Let's wait to check what the voltage is. Is it charging? 14.2. Perfect. Alright, so that's really about it. That was probably not the best possible how-to I've ever done in the world. I think if I would have done the whole thing first, redid it, undo it, and do it from scratch, I probably could have done a little bit better. But it is, I checked my watch without my watch on. It's like 2 in the morning, Eastern time. It starts, idle's perfect, right at 14 volts. This is good news, guys. Thank you so much. Stay in touch.